Welcome back to the AG Media Podcast. I'm your host, Andre. Today I'm with my two friends, Ben and Luca. How are you guys?
I'm doing pretty good today.
Good. How are
You're
you?
good? All right, today we're going to go over something a little bit different. We're going to go over soccer, the Copa America. And if you don't know what that is, or if you don't follow soccer, or you don't like it, stick around. You might learn a couple things. Who knows? You might even like it. The Copa America 2024 will be the 48th edition of this tournament, which will be held here in the U.S. for the second time since 2016. It will start June 20th with the final on July 14th. The tournament will feature all 10 countries from South America, also known as CONMEBOL, and 6 countries from North America, known as CONCACAF. Each team will be put in a group of 4 with the top 2 teams qualifying for the knockout round. So let's get started with our predictions. Our Group A has Argentina, Peru, Chile, and Canada. Argentina are the title holders of Copa America, winning it in 2021, beating Brazil 1-0 in the final. They're also the World Cup champions, and they sit first in World Cup qualifying, only losing 1 game to Uruguay. They also have Messi.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I think Argentina is probably the best team in this group, for sure. They definitely have, the best track record. I feel like Peru and Chile, for sure, aren't really going to hold, much of a fight against them or anything. I feel like they're not really going to be able to play as well against them. Maybe Canada might have a little bit of a chance, but I'm not sure. We just have to see how they come out and play. They're a bit of an oddball.
Canada's not having a single chance. They scored 1 goal last World Cup. They're ending 4th. And for second, it'll be Peru or Chile. Argentina clearly finishes first.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. Canada's terrible.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say they're terrible Well, I don't know, because Canada are part of CONCACAF and they placed first in qualifiers for the 2022 World Cup.
They had to beat random Caribbean teams that are terrible.
Well, yeah, but they also beat Mexico.
Yeah.
But Mexico's
been struggling, though.
Yeah, they have.
We
They
just
have.
lost to Brazil 3-2.
3-2.
Well, I don't know how we let Endrick score.
Endrick winner.
But Canada do have exciting talent. I mean, they have left back. They have Davies. They have Jonathan David, who had 37 goals this season for Lille.
Oh, wow.
And Estaquiao, who plays for Porto and is probably Canada's only good midfielder.
I mean, yeah, they definitely look more promising than, the previous years for sure.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I have high hopes for them.
But
But
they'll
Argentina
top the group.
They're definitely
It's
going
easy.
to take it.
All right, so then for Peru, I have Peru sit dead last in qualifiers right now.
Oh.
They have not won a single game and do not have much rising talent as of right now. They are struggling right now.
Okay.
Their generation that got them to the 2018 World Cup and the Copa America final in 2019 are all aged, and most of them aren't even going to this tournament. So I put them in last. I think Canada have way more talent than Peru does at the moment. I think that's why they're gonna get. I think Peru's gonna get 4th, and I think Canada's gonna get 3rd. And then Chile is only gonna get 2nd because I feel like they still have a little bit of their golden generation from the 2015-2016 that got them back-to-back Copa America wins. I mean, they've aged, yeah, but I think that experience is gonna have something to do with it, and they're gonna get 2nd place. Cause they have Alexis Sanchez, Arturo Vidal, and Edu Vargas. So, and their new manager, who I need to talk about, Ricardo Gareca, is one of the best South American coaches, and he used to be Peru's Peru's coach. And he's the one that took him to the 2018 World Cup and the 2nd place finish at the 2019 Copa America. So that's why I got Chile 2nd place too, because they got a really good manager.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Chile should take
So
that 2nd place. And then,
I think,
yeah, definitely Argentina for 1st.
Well, yeah.
They've just
given.
been solid
Yeah.
overall these last few years,
Yeah.
especially having Messi. They also have some prospects too, some younger players that came up this year.
Julian
I
Alvarez.
Gar-
Garnacho.
Alvarez.
He's playing too.
Oh yeah,
think.
Garnacho.
Yeah, they have some young prospects coming up
Um,
for sure.
Who's the one midfielder that plays for Chelsea? Enzo Fernandez.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fernandez.
I mean, yeah, they're really strong everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I mean, they have good squad depth too.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, sure. First team, second team. Shouldn't have to worry about anything.
yeah, no. If they don't I feel like if they don't get first place, then that would be like a major shock
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
because this group isn't very strong. Like
No, not at
for
all.
for a team like Argentina,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should probably they're probably gonna
they
win.
should probably get either all 9 points and win all 3 games,
Or draw
Yeah.
one.
or
win two.
yeah, maybe draw one to like Chile, maybe.
Yeah.
Chile, yeah, maybe.
Or I
for
could see
sure.
Canada only because Canada has fast players, and I feel like Argentina play a little bit slower.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's also Messi and Di Maria's last tournament,
Yeah,
so
that too.
they're gonna want to win it all.
Yeah.
So moving on to Group B, we have Mexico, Ecuador, my country, Venezuela, and Jamaica. Mexico.
Yeah,
Mexico is having one of the worst runs in recent
It's
years.
been a rough run. Well, it's because we're also an older team now. I feel like we've
no,
aged.
they've
we've-
aged.
Yeah, we've
I mean,
aged.
no. Like have you seen all the players that Jimmy Lozano has brought?
Yeah, I've seen some of the new ones,
Yeah.
but like I feel like our experienced players that in the midfield.
Like
and
Ochoa
stuff-
isn't going to the.
Ochoa,
No, he's
Ochoa's
done.
out.
Yeah.
He's done. Yeah, he's all used up.
But I mean, low key, even though you say he's used up, he's still, I think, Mexico's best goalkeeper,
probably
in my
is.
opinion.
I mean, yeah.
Because all the other ones are just like okay, but like Ochoa has proved
He
that.
saved that Messi pen in the World Cup.
he did.
Yeah.
Ochoa?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
No, he saved Lewandowski.
It was Lewandowski?
Yeah, it
Who
wasn't
saved the
Messi.
Someone saved a Messi pen.
That was Szczesny from Poland.
Poland. Okay, I'm thinking they're in the same
You're
group.
wrong.
They're in the same group.
Come on,
you.
bro.
Yeah, I don't know. Mexico though, I don't.
Second or third.
Yeah,
They
probably,
won't end
probably
up.
third. I probably
Oh,
give them
okay.
third. I honestly don't think that they really have a chance this year.
Really?
They're struggling.
They could
They're
They
make
are
it.
struggling,
They
but
keep-
it's Mexico.
Yeah.
Like I love them, but I gotta be brutally honest here. I don't think they really have a chance.
At the 2022 World Cup, they got grouped,
Yep.
and they are coming into this tournament losing back-to-back Nation League finals to the United States.
Yeah.
And just got beat 4-0 to Uruguay.
Yeah.
The U.S. has been actually like cooking this year.
Yeah.
They've been pretty
Yeah, I
good.
know.
To drawing Brazil.
Yeah.
But Mexico still do have a lot of quality. They still have Santi Jimenez. They have Edson Alvarez. They have Chino Huerta and Luis Chavez. So I hope that Mexico can give fans hope back. And they pretty much also have home advantage. I mean,
Yeah.
when Mexico comes, the stadium is packed with
Oh, yeah.
Mexican
Yeah.
fans.
gonna hope
Ecuador, my Ecuadorian team, sit 5th in qualifiers, only losing 1 game to Argentina, and are one of the more exciting countries at this tournament. They did qualify for World Cup, but placed 3rd, and Ecuador have revolutionized their squad and probably have one of the best national teams in the country's history. Before March of 2023, they only had 1 loss and now lost 2 more games to only Argentina and Italy. Ecuador, this is a hot take of mine, but they might have one of the best defenses at this tournament with Hincapié from Leverkusen, who went undefeated.
Fair.
Remember they went undefeated, and he was a starter for them. William Pacho, who plays for I think Frankfurt, also in Germany, and Felix Torres. This team has an incredible defensive depth and a great midfield in Moises Caicedo from Chelsea too.
Like, he's not good.
I mean, for Chelsea, he might not be, but when it comes to playing for Ecuador, he pops out. And then you have 17-year-old Kendry Páez, who will also try to make a name for himself at this tournament, as he is already an exciting talent. The only problem with Ecuador is that they struggle to score. Their only real, attacking...
Their goal scorer.
Yeah, the only real, good attacking player that they have is Ener Valencia, and he's aged, he's old now. And then Sarmiento, who's okay, but they just don't have a lot of firepower up front.
True.
And the one thing I didn't put on my notes, but is also kind of a key, is they're gonna miss their left back, Estupiñán, who's probably one of their best players.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, I forgot
they
about
have
that.
no Estupiñán, but they still have a good left back. But I mean, it's not Estupiñán.
Who does he
Yeah.
play for again? It's
Brighton.
Brighton, that's what I thought.
I don't know. I feel like Ecuador probably is going to be the most strong in this group, though.
Yeah.
Just because even defensively, I mean, offensively, they might even be able to
They'll
make
probably
some
struggle,
good
but they can probably
attacks and
top the group.
counterattacks.
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
think for me, Ecuador is topping the group. I think
Yeah.
they're the best team in
Probably.
this group. Venezuela, who most people actually write off, they're actually doing really, really good. They're actually in really good form right now. They're fourth in World Cup qualifiers and have a really good shot of causing a lot of upsets at this tournament. Venezuela have never won the Copa America, and they've never even qualified for a World Cup, but 2026 looks very possible. Jefferson Soldado and Salomon Rondon look to carry this team forward, with Yangel Herrera from Girona having a good season as well. So, I mean, Venezuela aren't like an extremely amazing team, but they're just in a very good
Don't
run of
overlook 'em.
form.
Yeah.
So take that how you will.
Yeah.
And then
Jamaica.
my boys at Jamaica, they have a promising young team.
They do.
They're good. They just self-destruct a lot.
I was gonna say they might be lacking the experience too.
Yeah, 'cause they're young.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
That might be a pretty big issue for them. But once they get the hang of it, I think they could be, you know, a wild card. They could be pretty good for the Copa. I don't really know what else to say about them. They just need to show up. I feel like we haven't really seen enough of what they have to offer and what they have to do in this tournament yet.
Yeah. They have players like Damari Gray and Michael Antonio. They also have probably the MLS's best goalkeeper in Andre Blake. But they will be without their best player, Leon Bailey, from Aston Villa,
Aston
because he
Villa.
has chose with the Federation and he quit.
Really?
He retired from the Federation because he's like,
Oh.
I don't mess with you guys. But he's still a very good player, and he had a really good season, but
Yeah.
he's not gonna participate
Aston
in
Villa
this
made
tournament.
Champions League.
Yeah,
First
they did,
time.
and he was a part of it.
Yeah.
So, where do you put Mexico, Ben?
I'd probably put him at 3.
You don't think they're gonna pass? I'm gonna put
2
them.
or 3.
I'm gonna put them second.
I put them second, but they could definitely be interchangeable with Venezuela.
Yeah,
for
I was
sure.
thinking. I
'Cause they
think
could
Jamaica are
definitely-
bottom, but then it's
Jamaica's
Venezuela or
bottom for sure.
Mexico.
Yeah, I put Jamaica fourth. I still
Yeah.
think that they're not a bad team, but I think South American
Teams are better.
Are just a different type
Yeah.
of beast.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
I'm gonna put Venezuela third. I gotta back up Mexico. I mean, I'm
Fair.
a Mexican Ecuadorian. I got to put Mexico.
I'm just it's
passing.
It's Mexico or Venezuela.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're really interchangeable. And then Jamaica,
It's
They're-
gonna be that Mexico Ecuador game that Mexico Venezuela game that
Yeah.
really
Decides which one
decides
is
who
sec-
passes.
Yeah,
and if it's a tie,
that'll make it more
That's-
interesting.
I guess. And then I put my boys Ecuador
Yep,
first.
up top.
first for sure.
Yeah. So now Group C, Ben, the group with USA,
USA.
Uruguay, Panama, and Bolivia.
Yeah.
Where are my notes at? All right, so probably my favorite to win the Copa America, Uruguay. Uruguay
Yeah.
sits second in qualifiers. With new manager Marcelo Bielsa, who has turned Uruguay into like a legit title contender. The last time Uruguay lifted the trophy was in 2011, beating Paraguay in the final. Uruguayan qualifiers beat both Brazil and Argentina and have had a great amount of attacking force in
Yeah.
Darwin Nunez. Suarez has come
Suarez
back
has
from
come
Liverpool.
back.
I mean, from Liverpool. Darwin Nunez from Liverpool, and then
Suarez
Suarez
from Inter
from
Miami.
Miami. But I mean, Suarez is Suarez.
Yeah.
And then their midfield dude, Fede Valverde from Real
I know,
Madrid.
Valverde.
You Real Madrid fan.
They're better. I mean, what can I say?
Bentancur from
Madrid.
Juve, and then Ugarte from PSG. And then in defense, they have Jimenez from Atleti and Ronald Araujo from Barca.
I forgot where Rajo is.
Uruguayan.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, their team is stacked. Their team
Yeah.
is good.
Yeah, they definitely have a good chance. I feel like their main contenders in this group is definitely going to be the U.S.
Yeah.
for sure. Because the U.S. they've also been playing really good too. You know, beating Mexico and some other teams.
But I think Uruguay's gonna beat them.
Yeah.
I mean, for
I think
sure.
Uruguay's
Just,
They
just
beat
the,
Brazil and Argentina. That's
just
pretty
the-
impressive.
yeah, just their raw talent and
Yeah.
some of their experienced players for sure are going to be able to. I feel like
And the U.S. isn't there yet. They're at a
No.
level, but
we're
like,
still younger.
we're still developing.
Yeah, for
we,
sure.
we don't know how to play against really good teams.
Yeah, that's true. USA don't have like a big massive win yet.
No. I mean, I guess if you count the draw against Brazil, everyone was excited about that.
Yeah,
But
we'll get more into Brazil later because they're kind of like
they're special.
they're okay right now
Yeah.
too. Let me get to the United States. The United States is in its golden generation of young talent. They reached the round of 16 in World Cup, but are undoubtedly the best team from North America at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
As much as I hate to say as a Mexican fan, they're better. The U.S. is coming into this tournament beating Mexico 2-0 in the Nations League final and are the host of this tournament, so they have home field advantage. The U.S. manager Greg Berhalter has had a lot of criticism over the last couple of years for playing the same questionable tactics. Although the U.S. has a very good squad in preparation for this tournament, the U.S. lost 5-1 to Colombia
Yeah, it's crazy.
and on home soil, but then they tied with Brazil 1-1.
Yeah.
So take that how you will.
I mean, yeah, once again, I don't think we're developed enough. We're struggling against better, more experienced teams for sure. But I mean, we have some great talent. We have some great players that play in Prem League and MLS and whatnot. But we're definitely promising.
I think I don't know what game it was. I think it might have been the Colombia 5-1 loss, but all the players that were starting for the U.S. played in Europe.
Oh, did they all?
Mm-hmm. The USA will also be without Serginho Dest on the right back. So
Oh, that's right. He's injured, right?
yeah, so Joe Scally, who I don't
I don't know.
think
who that
is as good as Serginho Dest will play. But other than Serginho Dest missing out, they still do have Gio Reyna from
Nottingham Forest.
Nottingham Forest, Timothy Weah from Juve, and Balogun up front. The U.S. has probably one of the best midfields at this tournament. I think so, because their midfield is really good. They have Weston McKennie, Tyler Adams, and Yunus Musa from AC Milan.
Christian Pulisic from AC Milan.
Bro, I was going to get to Christian Pulisic. In defense, you have one of my favorite left backs, Anthony Robinson.
He plays
I love
Leeds.
that guy.
He's Leeds, right?
He plays for Leeds?
I
No, he
think.
plays for Fulham.
Oh, Fulham.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen some
Someone
great.
plays
I
for
love
Leeds.
Anthony Robinson. I think that dude's a beast. They have an informed Chris Richards, an okay Tim Ream, who's kind of old, yeah. But then they're captained by probably the best U.S. player of all time, Christian Pulisic.
Yeah.
I think the U.S. The only team that they should struggle against is Uruguay.
Yeah.
Because Panama, they're an okay team. In my opinion, they only really have two good players, and that's Carrasquilla from Houston Dynamo, and that's MLS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then their right back, Michael Murillo from New York Red Bull, which is also MLS. Like, these are good players, but they're not...
Not gonna change the whole state.
Yeah,
of the
they're
game.
not going to change the whole thing. Especially a Panama team that is away. They're not playing at home.
Yeah.
They're in the U.S. soil, and they're playing a United States that is probably one of the best generations of all time for the U.S. Panama did not qualify for the World Cup in 2022, and they lost 3-0 to Mexico in the Nations League semifinal. They did reach the Gold Cup final in 2023, but they also lost to Mexico. 1-0. But they did put up a good fight. Panama are definitely not favorites to get out of this group, and they just aren't very exciting in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I watched a few of their games, like a few highlights from their games. I don't see anything special from them yet, or anything promising. They just definitely third or fourth place for sure in this group. I don't see them making it very far.
Yeah.
Even when I watched like the Gold Cup final against Mexico, they weren't really energetic about anything. They just kind of like were playing the game. They didn't really want to win. It was just to play, I guess.
Yeah.
They don't have like the excitement of playing.
Yeah, they're an okay team. I mean, they might like surprise people, but to get out of the group, I'm not sure. But if you think Panama is bad or like don't have a lot going for them, Bolivia is even worse.
Yeah.
Bolivia is probably the worst the worst team at this tournament. Their best player, Marcelo Moreno, retired from the national team. It was the striker. And Bolivia got beat by Mexico's U23 team.
Bro.
So, and they are on a 3-game losing streak.
Oh man.
They'll probably
So-
bottom.
Yeah. The only time Bolivia are good are at home in La Paz, where they use the altitude to their advantage. They sit 9th in World Cup qualifiers.
Oh. Yeah.
So yeah, Bolivia
sure.
are not very good. They're
No.
they're pretty dog shit.
I think they get fourth place.
Fourth,
out of
Yeah,
that.
that's
I agree.
Yeah,
pretty
they're just
easy.
ass.
Yeah, literally they're only good when they play in Bolivia because of the altitude sickness. People get the players get sick. Have you ever seen the picture of? It might have been Neymar, but I don't know. There's a picture of a player when they're playing Bolivia for World Cup qualifiers, and he has like a gas mask. or
Oh, I've
something.
seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like an oxygen thing because the players get dizzy.
Because is
Oh.
it like too high up? Like
Yeah,
is it
it's
higher
like
up?
The
super high up.
altitude.
It's nuts.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, I put Bolivia fourth.
Panama third.
Yeah, I put
Yeah.
Panama third. I actually put USA second in this
USA
group.
first,
Yeah.
all the way.
Nah.
I
Hot
put
take.
I
USA.
put USA
Hot
second.
take,
I put
USA beats Uruguay 2-0. I'm just kidding.
I don't know.
I'm not, though. USA all the way.
Who would even score for them again?
Christian Pulisic, and then, obviously.
Christian Pulisic.
I
everything.
think Uruguay either beats USA 2-0 or like a 3.
It's going to be a close game.
I don't think the USA are scoring against
It's going to be a
Uruguay.
close game. I feel like. I just feel like Uruguay is just going to have that extra step. They just have that little bit more experience and talent. I feel like the
Yeah.
US does. Personally.
USA wins.
Bro, I could definitely see Araujo just pocketing Christian Pulisic all game. He does it with Vinny. Exactly.
He has a point.
You're telling me that Christian Pulisic isn't a better player than Vinny Jr.?
No.
No, he's not. So then he's gonna pocket Christian Pulisic unless Pulisic is goes crazy.
Yeah, unless he just.
But now that we were just talking about Vinny and Brazil,
Group D.
yeah, Group D.
They're just solid, but
No.
yes, they are.
Braz-
What?
Right
Group
now,
D has
they
Brazil.
are falling apart.
Yeah,
Brazil
they're
is
not-
falling apart.
They're not that good, dude. Group D
They
has
have one of the worst teams in Brazil national history right now.
yeah.
Well, in their history, but I'm saying for this tournament in this group, I feel like
In
they're
the
going to be.
group, they'll
For their
probably
group,
finish.
they're going to be fine. That's what I'm saying. Overall, yeah. Did you see what Ronaldinho said about
Yeah.
how disappointed he is in the
Yep.
national team and how he's not going to support or watch them?
No, he said that was for media attention. He's going to support them though.
Well,
Group D has Brazil, Colombia,
Paraguay, Costa
Paraguay,
Rica.
and Costa Rica. So let's get to Brazil. Brazil, yeah, like Ben said, is. I'm not gonna say they're trash because they still have a lot of
I didn't
stars.
say that. I just said they're falling apart.
They're just on a bit of a fall off right
Yep.
now. They don't really have like a solid manager,
Yeah.
and they've been going through a lot of different managers because they all kind of are trash.
Yeah. Like they have good players. They just don't have
the
teamwork.
team is still good. I mean, they still got Vinny Jr. from Real Madrid, Rafinha,
Allison, they
Rodrigo,
have,
Bruno Guimaraes,
yeah.
and 17-year-old Endrick.
yeah.
Endrick.
Endrick is going to the Copa America. Brazil will be without Neymar though due to ACL injuries. So
Is Thiago Silva playing for Brazil still or no?
I don't know if he is.
Okay.
He probably is, and if he's not the captain, then probably Marquinhos will be.
Oh, that's right, Marquinhos.
They sit 6th in World Cup qualifiers with 3 losses.
Yeah.
Brazil will want to have a good tournament after crashing out in the quarterfinals of the World Cup in 2022 to Croatia in penalties. And then they also lost the Copa America final to Argentina on home soil in Brazil at the Maracanã in 2021. So that one's got to hurt. I mean, Brazil are still Brazil.
Yeah.
Like, you can't count them out.
No.
They're always going to be favorite for the tournament.
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
not like they don't have good players. I don't know. I just don't think they're just fully
The
there
teamwork.
yet. And
isn't
especially, like,
really there.
without Neymar to to captain the team,
Without Neymar, it's huge.
I think they might struggle a little bit, but I still think they're gonna get past. First or second,
For
though,
sure.
I'll get to that later. So moving on to the Colombians. Colombia, after failing to qualify for the 22 World Cup, Colombia are now having the time of their lives. They are unbeaten for 23 games in a row.
Oh, wow. Are they top of the World Cup qualifiers?
No, they sit third, but only behind Argentina and Uruguay. But wait, the nation has turned into a dark horse to win the entire tournament with the help of their new head coach Nestor Lorenzo. Colombia sit third in qualifiers, like I said before, being the only team unbeaten in the last 6 games in qualifiers. They're the only team that hasn't lost.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Colombia has beaten teams like Germany, Spain, Brazil, and the United States all in the last year. So they're the real deal.
The
these
5-1
Colombians.
win against the U.S.
Yeah.
I think they could be like a contender for sure.
Yeah,
up
they
there.
beat Spain in Spain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind
Um,
of crazy.
Spain
They
has
beat
some
Brazil.
talent too.
Too.
Germany.
Yeah, they beat Germany. I think they even beat Japan too. And
Really?
Japan's like a good team.
Yeah,
I
they
would.
are.
They're
I would.
solid.
Yeah,
this
I
year
would
for
say
sure,
that Japan is a
too.
good team. The team doesn't have like the craziest amount of stars, but they just have very good chemistry.
Yeah.
And they have Luis Diaz from Liverpool. Bro's crazy good. They're also bringing back James Rodriguez. Do you
Oh,
guys
really?
know who that? Yeah.
Oh wow.
Who is like also a different type of beast when it comes to the national team.
Oh yeah.
Colombia are coming off a 5-1 win against the U.S., like I said before.
Oh, yeah.
And then a 3-0 win to Bolivia. Bolivia are trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And will look to not only go far, but
to
I think to win the entire thing. Paraguay sit in 7th place in qualifiers with only 1 win and 3 losses. The team is no longer the team it used to be at the 2010 World Cup. They did pretty good at the 2010 World Cup. I don't remember where they got, but they weren't a bad team, and have struggled to qualify for the last 3 World Cups. Paraguay play a very closed down defense role and don't really let in a lot of goals, which is good because they have good defense. But at the same time,
They don't score many?
They also struggle to score a lot. Something that I found in their last 10 games, Paraguay have only scored 4 times.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they are struggling to score goals. But they have talent in Miguel Almiron from Newcastle. He's pretty good. And Julio Enciso from Brighton, who's also pretty decent. The team is not bad. They just kind of lack the goal-scoring ability to win games.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
I don't know. Definitely, I don't think they're gonna qualify for this group. I don't have too high hopes for them. Once again, I mean, they seem one of those teams that are just getting like,
They're just there to participate.
yeah, they're just
Yeah.
there to participate.
Like-
Yeah, they seem kind of
Like
burnt
Bolivia.
out. Yeah, like Bolivia. They're just there for the ride, for sure. I don't see anything promising.
Yeah,
from
I
them.
don't either. I mean, they're
I mean,
the 2 clear people that move on, Brazil and Colombia.
in this group for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
I don't think either of the teams will get beat out by Paraguay
Yeah.
or Costa Rica.
Yeah, Costa Rica are at the top of their CONCACAF qualifiers group. I don't remember who else is in it, but they're not very good teams. I mean, they're
No.
CONCACAF teams.
Yeah.
The team is not what it used to be and are past their golden generation of 2014. Their best goalkeeper, Keylor Navas, has retired. Brian Ruiz has retired, leaving only Joel Campbell as the only veteran in a very young, unexperienced team. They also got grouped in the last World Cup, but they also had a very difficult group with Germany, Japan, and Spain.
Well, they beat Germany.
No, they didn't. They lost 4-2 to Germany.
Oh, well, they beat.
And then they
beat some.
beat Japan
Yeah, they beat
2-1
Japan.
after losing 7-0 to Spain.
I remember.
I remember
'cause
watching
Germany
that
was
game.
4th place.
No, dude, they were 3rd.
No, they weren't.
Yes,
Were
they were.
I just
It goes.
I just
It
remember
goes
Germany not
Japan,
qualifying.
Spain, Germany, Costa Rica.
I don't remember. That was 2 years ago. I just remember Germany not qualifying.
Yeah, Germany didn't qualify
They've
for
been-
2 straight World Cups.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, they did qualify for the World Cup. They just didn't get out of the group.
Yeah.
But they have hired a new manager, Alfaro, who was actually pretty good, but he just hasn't made a major impact yet. So, back to the group, I put Costa Rica 4th.
I put Costa Rica 4, and then I put Paraguay 3rd.
Yep.
I put Colombia 2nd here.
No, I'm actually
I
gonna
put
go.
Brazil 2nd.
I put Brazil 2nd. I think this Colombian team is.
I
too
think they're
good.
gonna choke against Colombia.
I don't think.
I mean,
if Colombia beat Brazil, I wouldn't be surprised.
No.
Because Colombia, although they might not have like the star names, like on paper, Brazil might be better. Colombia are gonna beat them.
Yeah, well, like on paper, Belgium's supposed to be amazing, but they're not.
Yeah, they just lost
Yeah.
to Slovakia
Yeah.
or Slovenia. I don't remember.
I mean,
but
I don't know. I have faith in the Brazilians. I
Yeah,
believe
like
in
I'm
them.
not saying.
Oh, yeah, don't count them out.
Yeah,
No,
like you can't
yeah.
count them
They're
out.
gonna
Like I
qualify.
don't think that they're gonna get grouped or anything.
No, they're definitely qualifying.
But I
No,
think
for sure.
Colombia are just a better team right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Brazil, I don't know. Maybe if they just have a good game with chemistry and they work together, hopefully, then maybe they'll have a chance at first place. I don't know. I still put them at first for this group, though, so I
Alright.
guess we'll see.
So before we get to like our knockouts, because we're all gonna have different ones, I want to go over who your
Pencil this one.
Yeah, my pencil's out of
who your dark
Oh.
horse for this tournament could be. Like, do you guys know what that means?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
A dark horse is like the team that like you would count out, but they actually like somehow like made a really good run. Like, you know what that that
Yeah,
means?
I get
Like,
what you mean. Kind of like the
Bolivia
wild
low
card.
key just like pop off and just beat USA and Uruguay, and then they just win the whole damn thing.
Yeah. No.
Like Croatia in 2018, like nobody thought they were gonna get that
Oh
far.
yeah.
But they did. In my opinion, I think it's gonna be Ecuador. I know I
Ecuador.
say that because I'm biased and I'm Ecuadorian, but I hope that Ecuador have a really good tournament.
I'd have to say either like Ecuador or you could even say Colombia here because I feel like they're almost underrated a little bit, aren't they? Or
I mean, the only other
I
I
wouldn't call
guess
them like a
because
really.
I guess maybe people just put Argentina and
Yeah.
Brazil
I
in
think
front of them.
I'd say
Yeah.
Colombia's like an overlooked group. That's what I'd say. Like
I would agree with Andre. Ecuador.
Ecuador,
I
you
mean,
guys think? I mean,
Everyone overlooks them, like you said, because there's Brazil, Colombia, USA, Uruguay, Argentina,
You know who I
all
could
those-
also see like go like kind of crazy?
USA.
No,
Oh.
Canada.
Canada.
Because Canada have a really fast team.
Yeah.
like you said,
And they're
they play
faster than
fast.
Chile. Chile kind of plays slow.
I was actually gonna.
Canada
I was
have
even-
like very like versatile players.
I agree. I was gonna say either Colombia or Canada.
Yeah.
Canada's good, yeah, for sure, because they also have some prospects, some rising stars there too.
Yeah. So if Chile don't get second place, then I think it's Canada because Peru suck.
Yeah. Peru's
Yeah.
just not good.
Who do you think the top scorer at this tournament is gonna be?
Oh.
I mean, honestly, solidly, you could probably say Argentina. They have some great.
Bro,
goal
I'm talking
scoring
about players.
Players. I thought you were saying like countries.
No.
I don't know.
Scorer, it's player.
Top scorer here.
I'm
not
looking
sure,
at
dude.
like Darwin Nunez right
I'm
now.
looking at
Nunez?
Darwin Nunez.
He's
too.
amazing. He's okay for Liverpool, but amazing for Uruguay.
Mm-hmm. He pops off.
Oh,
He's-
I know.
I think he scored against both Argentina and
He did.
Brazil when Uruguay beat him.
He did.
It's the one that doesn't have lead.
This one doesn't have lead either.
Oh, my fault. I thought they
Yeah,
did.
you gave us
No,
like no
there-
lead, dog.
it's
Come
out.
on now.
That's my fault. Just use this pen.
So who's your top scorer, Luca?
I probably have to go Nunez too.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't know. I'm so.
Bro, going with everybody else. That's lame.
I don't know. Who should I say? Messi. Messi.
No, I don't.
I
Exactly.
mean, as much as I love
Honestly,
Messi,
Yeah.
I don't think he's
Actually,
gonna get top scorer.
I changed my mind. I would honestly say somebody like Vinny too. I feel like he creates a lot of good opportunities for himself.
Vinny,
he's-
You could look
If
at
he
Julian
can
Alvarez.
if he gets a Alvarez, yeah, too. I was just saying Vinny just because I mean this season too, he's gotten some great.
he does
balls.
pop off for Real Madrid, but when it comes to the national team, not really. He's
Luis-
got, I think, like 3 goals and 22 appearances or something
Luis
like that.
Diaz, maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe Luis Diaz.
I just think probably Nunez.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the top contenders for sure.
Yeah. Brazil, yeah, Vinny. Even maybe Endrick.
Yeah, I was
or-
gonna say Endrick. He's
Endrick
just
could pop off.
young
Well, no,
Cash.
maybe not Endrick because he's probably gonna be like starting off the bench,
true.
like in like the 60th minute or something.
well,
Yeah.
could like Rodrigo? Could he score more? Do you think?
Maybe.
I mean,
Who?
Rodrigo.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
I don't know. I don't know about him as much as maybe like
Oh,
Vinny.
thank you.
I hope that if Mexico are able to get out of the group, I think it's because Santi Jimenez maybe like had a really good group.
Well, he had a really
Um,
good season with.
Feyenoord, yeah, I know.
Feyenoord.
He kind of like fell off a little bit at the end, but I mean he had a really good season too.
Yeah.
But he doesn't even start for Mexico.
Oh, he doesn't?
No, like I don't know
Oh.
why they don't play him.
Yeah.
Huh.
So I really hope that they use him a lot more at this tournament. For Argentina, do you guys think that they have like the most pressure at this tournament? Or
Yes. I mean, they're defending the World Cup and the Copa,
Copa America.
America. So if they don't win, that's...
They have a lot of pressure,
Yeah.
but they also have players who I feel like are hungry for this. Like Messi said, this is going to be his last
Andy Martinez.
chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be their last chance.
Well,
So I
Messi
feel
said
like,
he might play in the 26 World Cup.
I mean, he'll try, but
he's
Well,
getting
that's
up
gonna
there.
work out.
I mean, Ronaldo wants to play the 2026 World
Ooh,
Cup
He's going
too.
to be 40...
Yeah.
42, I
42.
think.
They're
Yeah.
also so old now.
They are old, but they're still
Ronaldo's
pretty
still-
good.
Yeah, I mean, they're good
both
for
pretty
sure.
good.
But yeah, I feel like they have pressure, but they also have that drive, that motivation, that
Yeah.
hunger to get to where they want to be for sure, though.
Ben, you said that they're the reigning World Cup champions and Copa America champions, and I
Yeah.
see why they would get pressure, but you don't think like they think like we just won the Copa America and the World Cup. Like we could literally like lay off and nothing happens because we've already proved that we can win both of these tournaments.
Yeah, but then they don't want to like make themselves look too easy to beat. Like if they just stop playing, it's like, how do we let these guys win the World Cup?
I mean, I guess. And I mean, if Argentina were to win this Copa America, do you think that they would be considered like one of the best national teams in
Oh,
history?
yeah.
Oh, for
because
sure.
you know how Spain won the Euro back to back
Yeah,
and the
Euro,
World Cup.
Euro, and
Yeah.
they were considered good, but now they're like, eh.
I mean, Spain are still they're just like not the team
Yeah.
from the 2010 World Cup.
Yeah. I feel like if they win this, it would definitely like solidify their name, their
Oh, yeah.
status for sure.
Cause there's like the 2002 Brazil team 2 that was
Yeah.
really good, or the one with Pelé. But would they be first? I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
That 2002 Brazil was
team
pretty good.
That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe I'm tripping.
Yeah, I don't think it can get better than that. That team was amazing.
Yeah. So what teams are you guys gonna root for? Like
Mexico for sure.
USA.
just the USA? That's
Oh.
it.
Boo.
Probably Uruguay for Darwin Nunez and Luis Suarez. You know, Barca.
I mean,
Okay.
I have to go Brazil and Mexico, but Brazil definitely for Vinny and Rodrigo. You know.
Nope.
A la Madrid. Yes. You guys are
Nah, bro.
haters. You guys are
No.
haters.
Nah, that ain't it, bro. I'm going for both Mexico and Ecuador, and honestly, Argentina because of Messi. I'm wearing the jersey right now, but at the beginning, I really wanted to say Uruguay. Like for me, they were my favorites, but I kind of really just like this Colombian team. I really like them. Like every time they score, they dance. Like they have a good vibe to them. So I kind of
Yeah.
like that about the Colombians. And I think that I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be a fan of Colombia, I guess. Ben? This is more of a question for you.
Oh.
What do you expect for the U.S.? Like, what do you want to see from the U.S.?
Well, I want to see them to get to the final, but I know that's not happening. I expect maybe like a quarterfinal exit. Wait, that's no. Yeah.
Because it goes quarter, semi, and then final.
They could make it to the semis, maybe. Maybe. It depends on who they play in the quarters.
Okay, so how this works? Do you guys know how like
I have no clue.
playoff works? Okay, so
No.
the first team from Group A plays Group B's second team.
Okay, so Argentina plays
Who-
Mexico.
Yeah, I have that too. Argentina versus Mexico, and then Group B's first place would play Group A second.
So then it's Chile versus Ecuador.
Yeah, I have that one too. And then Group C, it's the same thing. So Group C, you have Uruguay, who would play Brazil, and then Colombia, who would
have-
play the U.S.
I have USA playing Brazil and Uruguay playing Colombia.
I have Argentina versus Mexico, Ecuador versus Chile, USA versus Colombia, and Brazil, Uruguay. I'm gonna make like a bracket thing, man.
Colombia. I think with the rematch, USA beats Brazil.
What? Seriously?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Bro, they had that
you might be
defense
losing it.
locked up, Vinny. He
I
played
mean, I guess, but it was also just a friendly like a friendly game.
still. You could tell
I
they were
don't
trying to beat the
know, bro.
US, but I think with the
I don't know
rematch,
about
US
that.
wins.
Okay, I think I'm doing this right. Oh no, I'm
Why?
doing this wrong.
Bro, it goes
How?
A and B. 1 plays 2, 2 plays 1. 1 plays 2, 2 plays 1.
Oh, okay, I get it now. Okay, I'm doing it right now.
What
I
do you
got it.
have, Andre? teams?
I'm not done yet.
Oh.
You really think the U.S. can beat Brazil?
Yes.
Yeah, you might be.
I'm
losing your
confident.
mind. I'm not
All
confident.
right, so
the
my
US, the US played, Brazil played all their good players against the US and only managed to draw.
Friendly game. Friendly
yeah, it
game.
was a friendly game.
That doesn't-
Okay, so my
that
first
doesn't matter.
quarterfinal game is Argentina versus Mexico.
That's what I
Argentina
have. Yeah,
were
that's
first
mine.
in my, and then Mexico was second.
I think Argentina's.
Yeah,
winning that.
Argentina's.
Yeah.
I don't think.
I think Argentina is beating them too.
I don't think they have a chance.
Like we've
there.
already seen what happens when Argentina play Mexico. They
Yeah.
they,
In the group
they were in the group
stages.
stage and Argentina beat them, and they were just.
Yeah.
I think the first half was kind of close because it was still 0-0, and
Yeah.
Mexico was.
They
There
were
was
playing pretty
one
well.
crazy Luis Chavez free kick, but Martinez saved it.
Yeah. Martinez is pretty
But
good.
Argentina is just Argentina, and they're good.
Yeah.
And Mexico are.
Mexico.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
they are
no.
Mexico, but they're just not very good
Yeah,
right
not
now.
as good as they
No.
used to
They
be.
just have like a really bad generation
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
We're struggling to find the talent for sure.
Yes, we are. So I got Argentina in a semifinal.
Yep.
And then my second semifinal is my first place Group B, Ecuador versus second place Chile.
I think Ecuador.
yeah,
going
I have
Ecuador's this
Ecuador
one.
too. I think Ecuador are.
So is that Ecuador versus Argentina?
Mhm.
Okay.
I really hope that Ecuador really make it to the semifinal because that would be a big statement for the country.
Yeah.
And like you could say I'm biased because I'm Ecuadorian, but I really want to see the team do good at this tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys? Did you
I-
guys also have Ecuador Chile?
Yeah, I had Ecuador.
Yeah, that's what I
Chile.
had.
Oh, okay. So and then for my third game in the quarterfinals, I have Uruguay versus Brazil.
I have USA versus Brazil.
You?
I have USA versus Brazil too. I don't know why you think the USA is gonna beat Brazil.
Trust.
But
Trust.
I don't. I have to go Brazil. On
Wait,
this one.
where's it gonna be held? Is it if it's held in the U.S. USA?
No, it's all games are in the U.S.
Oh, U.S. wins. The
Yeah.
atmosphere there. It's different. USA. They need a rematch. They win that. They
Nah.
missed a lot of chances that game. That friendly.
Nah, Brazil's got it.
USA.
For my Uruguay Brazil game, I think Uruguay are the better team
Yeah.
at the moment. But Brazil is Brazil.
It just depends on the game they're having. Sometimes they're really good. Others they're not so good. Like against the U.S. they weren't so good.
Okay. Friendly game. Friendly game once again.
Sure
I don't
we
know.
beat
I'm kind of
France.
stuck. Uruguay versus Brazil.
I would.
Brazil's just like not having
Yeah.
like
a good season.
I mean,
they're.
they're struggling right now. you
They
could
are
say.
Yeah.
struggling.
I mean, you could go
But it
either
is
way on
also
this one.
Brazil.
Yeah, you could
Yeah.
go either way on this one. I feel like
It's
though,
hard.
because Uruguay's playing good too for sure.
And Uruguay were like my favorites for this tournament.
The entire tournament. Okay.
Yeah, I just really liked how they played and
Yeah.
and they showed that they could. Oh wait, Uruguay already beat Brazil. Can they do it again though?
What was the score of that game?
I think 2-0.
Oh yeah, they could do that again.
I think you could go either. way on
And
this one.
Darwin Nunez.
And I think
scored.
Darwizzi.
Darwizzi.
that game that they played, I think they did have Neymar for Brazil.
Oh okay. So without Neymar, they're
Yeah. Without
I don't
that
know. It really
leadership.
just depends on how well they do in the group stage, like each of them.
yeah.
Because I think if Brazil lose to Colombia, then I think Uruguay are gonna beat them.
Yeah.
But if Brazil actually beat Colombia, end their streak, and they get first place, well, they probably won't even play Uruguay. But
I could see it going to pens.
yeah, I think so too. I think it could go to pens too. But as much as I want to say Uruguay, I think Brazil are Brazil, and I'm gonna put Brazil in the semifinal. And then for my fourth place match, I keep saying that. For my fourth quarterfinal, I have Colombia USA.
I have Uruguay, Colombia.
Yeah, that's what I had. I had Uruguay, Colombia.
You guys want to talk?
I was thinking it depends on how Colombia plays against Brazil in their group. Like
Yeah.
if they play well against Brazil, then yeah, maybe they could play against like maybe have like contend against Uruguay, but I think Uruguay are the clear winners over Colombia.
Really? You think so? I mean, I could
Yeah.
agree. I mean, the natural talent there.
Yeah.
I mean, plus they have some great.
They have amazing
They have a great
players.
lineup. They have great.
Who, Uruguay or
attacking.
Colombia?
Uruguay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're like both are good, but I just think Uruguay
You
is
said
better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that little
Colombia
step.
on a 23 unbeaten win streak, dude.
But
The last time they lost was in 2022 to Argentina,
But-
who like just came off from winning the World Cup.
I know, but like it's.
I don't know.
That's
That's something to think
Uruguay,
about.
Uruguay are playing really well. They beat both Brazil and Argentina,
I guess, but Colombia also beat Brazil. But
but not Argentina.
Brazil are also kind of cheats
Yeah.
right now. But I still put them in the semifinal. Dang it, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Oh,
I don't know.
man.
I stuck with
I'm
Brazil.
rethinking it.
I stuck with Brazil. I don't know. I think Uruguay has definitely a better chance
Yeah, that's what I'm
than
thinking.
Colombia here for sure.
All right.
That's what I'm gonna go with.
I have Colombia, USA. And I'm sorry, Ben, but USA are not beating Colombia, dude.
No, they're not
we've-
beating Colombia.
We've
after that
already
5-1
seen
loss.
what happens. And we could say again, like, it was a friendly, like the Brazil USA game. But if that was a friendly and Colombia
What
beat
do
them
you-
5-1,
wait, what do you think?
imagine
5-1 them.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
Colombia beat.
imagine them at like this tournament.
Yeah,
I don't see the US beating Colombia. I just don't see it.
I do.
You see the U.S. beating everyone though.
Do you think they could beat France?
Oh no! Don't get into Europe.
No.
They're not beating Argentina. They're not gonna beat Uruguay. They go out here. I have USA versus Uruguay. They don't beat Uruguay.
Yeah, I'm taking Colombia versus the USA.
Yeah, I have Luca. You have USA versus Uruguay.
No,
right?
I
You have
do
I have
think,
Brazil
though-
versus Uruguay.
Brazil versus.
I do
Uruguay.
think though that the USA might have better players and better talent, but Colombia is just Colombia.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, they're
that's
South
the
American.
thing with Brazil though. They have so much good like solo talent. Vinny,
Just-
Endrick,
Yeah, like if you
Rodrigo.
They just
write
need
down their
better
lineup,
ch-
it's an amazing lineup.
but the
Except
chemistry.
for
The
maybe their-
chemistry.
except for maybe their right back and left backs.
I mean,
they're kind of cheats.
Yeah, but like overall, like you said on paper, their team sounds amazing. But when you mix it together, the chemistry this year
It's
just
not
isn't-
there.
It's not there right now. Only if we could go back to the 2002 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, their World Cup squad wasn't bad either, but they just
No.
Couldn't beat Croatia.
yeah. And I'm surprised that Brazil they didn't call up Richarlison. I don't think
well,
they
he
did.
hasn't played for Tottenham in like 3-4 months because he's been having like mental
On and off
health
injuries. Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
he
then
was
I
like
don't know.
super depressed and stuff.
Oh, yeah, because I haven't heard much about him recently.
I haven't seen him play at all.
I feel like even though when he played, he was sort
they
of
didn't call up
overrated.
Gabriel Jesus either from Arsenal.
That's right.
He didn't play that well for Arsenal this season.
No, he didn't play that much. I
he
watched
only
a few
had
games.
like 5 goals.
Yeah, he wasn't too good this year. Either.
Yeah, but who else do they have as a striker? They didn't call up Richarlison. They didn't call up Gabriel Jesus. Endrick, yes, but he's still young. But he does
Yeah.
pop off when he plays.
Like against Mexico. Just say.
Okay.
yeah.
I don't think they have a striker without Gabriel Jesus.
Yeah. Because I'm trying to think who else plays striker for Brazil. Roberto Firmino,
Couldn't-
but bro plays in Saudi
Couldn't Vinny
Arabia.
play forward?
I think Vinny's
Vinny-
played striker
Vinny can
before.
play-
Well, Vinny and Rodrigo play like a two, like
Yeah,
they
for
play
Real
two
Madrid when they
forwards.
play like a narrow. Yeah.
I mean, but I don't know.
Well, you guys both have your semifinals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have my final as Argentina versus Uruguay.
Who was your semifinal ones?
Argentina versus Ecuador, and then USA versus Uruguay.
I have Brazil versus Uruguay, and then Argentina.
I have
versus
Argentina, Ecuador, and then Brazil, Colombia. For Argentina, Ecuador, I want to see Ecuador.
Yeah, it'd
beat
be cool to
Argentina.
see Ecuador beat Argentina, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I think it's still gonna be close
Oh,
because I just went to Argentina, Ecuador, in Chicago, and it was still a pretty close game. Like I think Argentina did play a little bit better, and I
What was
think
the score?
Ecuador. It was just 1-0.
Oh, okay.
And then Ecuador, they played it I think a little too safe.
Mm.
But as much as I want to see my boys at Ecuador reach a final, I don't think they're beating Argentina. So I have Argentina as my first finalist. And then at the Copa America, there is a third place game.
Oh, there is.
Yeah. So,
USA versus Ecuador. I think I have USA winning that.
Wow.
Oh, you
Yeah.
have USA winning everything though. To be fair, but
Not everything. There are some teams they can't beat.
And then my second semifinal is Brazil versus Colombia. What about you guys?
I have Brazil versus Uruguay.
I have USA versus Uruguay. I have Uruguay beating them. They're not gonna beat Uruguay.
Well, I mean, the U.S. and Uruguay already played each other in the group stage. You think Uruguay is gonna? No, bro. Like they're gonna play each other.
I thought you. I thought you said a different. Depends on how they play each other. If they, I don't know. It'll be a rematch.
Okay, so let's say that the U.S. somehow get like a draw
Yeah.
against Uruguay, and they meet each other back again in the semifinal.
If-
How do you think it's going?
If they analyze enough and like go over the players' stuff and their old center back plays like they did against Brazil, maybe they have a chance. But it's a slim.
You really
it's a small
think Chris Richards and Tim Ream can stop Darwin Nunez?
chance. Stop Vinny Jr.
Okay, that's the one player you brought up every time.
He's really good.
I
bro.
know Vinny's
Yeah, but I
really
also
good.
remember how I mentioned that he doesn't really pop off for Brazil that much.
Yeah, that's fair.
Darwin does.
Darwin does.
Yeah.
Darwizzy.
Darwizzy's kind of the opposite of Vinny.
Yeah, like
You think?
he plays amazing for country,
Yeah.
terrible for club.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably there's a slim chance that the U.S. beats Uruguay.
I
They
feel like
probably win.
although the U.S. have a really good midfield,
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be hard to
It's-
stop Valverde. He's fast, dude.
And his shots.
Yeah, he's
I
got
mean,
freaking cannons.
For
Yeah.
sure.
That's why I have Uruguay beating U.S.
Yeah, I have Uruguay going to the finals too.
Yep.
I have them beating Brazil, but
Dang it! Maybe I should have picked
I don't
Uruguay
think-
over Brazil.
I don't think Brazil's making it to the final.
it's just the
No. They're not in my final.
Oh, okay.
They're in my semifinal
Oh.
because in my quarterfinal I had Uruguay versus Brazil.
I don't think they're gonna get it to the semifinals.
I don't know, but then I said Brazil is Brazil.
But
Like
like,
Yeah.
they'll somehow find a way. They're kind of like Real Madrid. They always find a way.
not in the last.
As much
World
as
Cup.
as much as I hate Real Madrid.
Not in
but-
the last World Cup. They only made it to the semis.
Brazil?
Yeah.
No, they made it to the quarterfinals.
Oh, that's
They got
right, there's
knocked
the
out by
round-
Croatia.
I forget there's a round of 16.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's because they beat like Korea 6-1 or something.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
Brazil can make it to the
Yeah, I don't
finals
think
here.
they can either.
No,
I
I
think-
don't think Brazil are getting to the final either.
They can get to
My
the semis,
final
but not finals.
is Argentina versus Uruguay.
That's my final.
What's
I think
yours?
my final is gonna be Argentina, Colombia. I think Colombia is gonna beat Brazil.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, hasn't
I don't
Colombia
know.
already beat Brazil?
Yeah. Yeah.
They could do
they
it
did.
again. What was the score of that?
I think it was either 2-0 or 2. Oh, I actually think it was 2-0, but it might have been 2-1.
They can do it again.
But Colombia played at home. But still, this Colombian team is still good.
Really good. Luis Diaz at front.
So from my third place match, I have Ecuador versus Brazil.
I have Ecuador versus USA.
Luca?
I have Ecuador in it. I'm not sure if I should go Brazil or U.S. I think I'd probably have to choose Brazil over U.S. It's just
For what? Your third place?
yeah, for my third place game. Feel like Brazil is just a better fit over the U.S. I don't know. It's just even not having that team chemistry, but just the talent alone, honestly, might carry them to that position.
Maybe.
I don't know. I just have more faith in Brazil than the U.S. for sure, though.
Yeah, dude. South America is just like way better.
Yeah, we're
than
just
Colombia.
better.
USA is getting better though.
Well, but are they at that level yet?
Yes.
They couldn't beat Brazil, and they.
But Brazil didn't beat the US.
It's a friendly matchup.
But Brazil is also kind of trash.
So is the US.
The U.S.
I mean,
no,
not really.
They're kind of on a run right now. They're not even that trash.
I mean, they did lose to Colombia, but
That was pretty bad.
yeah, that was a rough.
yeah,
loss.
I guess so.
5-1 on home field.
I don't know. dude. Okay, if USA don't make the semifinals, do you think that Greg Berhalter should get fired?
Yeah. He should get sacked. He should have been sacked a while ago, but
How long have we had him as a coach now?
6 years.
6?
Yeah.
He hasn't done anything with
No,
the team.
he
I feel
hasn't.
Like
Other than
He has a really good team.
yeah, it's
other than
the-
a few like CONCACAF titles.
that's what I
That's
was,
not that hard.
That's what I
Yeah,
was-
because
the
freaking
contenders are
Mexico
Canada
can't
and
compete
Mexico.
anymore.
that's what I was gonna say. Is like we have a solid team. We have solid players. We just need new leadership.
You know what
That's
else
the
the
biggest
US
issue.
the US
leadership.
is also kind of trash when they're playing away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They lost to Trinidad and Tobago 2-1.
They're like ranked
Uh,
100th and something.
Yeah. When the US plays away, they
They're not
just
good.
aren't the same.
It's that
But when they're
home
playing
field
at home like they
advantage.
are now for the Copa America,
They're pretty good.
yeah.
It's like a buff.
So Anyways, back to third place. Ecuador, Brazil. I'm just going to go bias. I'm going
Ecuador.
Brazil.
That's why I'm going biased too.
Why
USA,
not?
USA
Who
over
cares?
Ecuador.
Who cares? I'm going Ecuador. You think that? So if, like how you said, the U.S. plays third at this Copa America, should Greg Berhalter continue?
If they place third, it depends on how they place third. If it's like a good third,
Or is it just
Yeah.
like
if it's like
an
a
88th penalty and
yeah,
they just win it?
if it's like a terrible third, he
Yeah,
should
but
just
you
get
got to
sent.
take in consideration like it's a South American team, and they got that far. They're playing a South American tournament.
Yeah, I know, but like that manager Greg, whatever his name is, Berhalter, he expects.
Berhalter.
I don't know. He expects the U.S. to like be playing in the final, but he
Okay.
doesn't show it with his team. And also, he's been with us for 6 years, and he hasn't done much.
Yeah, he doesn't
best
have
he's
like that
gotten us-
signature win
Yeah, the best he's gotten us is a round of 16
at a World Cup.
at a World Cup. We need someone new and like fresh. We also need to stop playing the exact same tactics every single year.
Yeah.
Like we need to
You
change it
guys
up.
use the same tactics.
Yes.
All right, so what are you guys' final?
Argentina versus Uruguay.
That's my final. The winner?
What's your
Are
final?
we gonna do the winner?
Argentina, Colombia.
Who do you have winning?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
feel like
know,
mine's
this
really
is
close
hard.
too. They're really like they're both
They're
solid
both
teams.
really good
Both
teams.
solid teams.
And Uruguay already beat Argentina.
Yes, they
and
did.
Argentina were playing at home when Uruguay beat them.
True. But then Argentina also has that drive.
And
to
they have
win.
Messi.
They have Messi. Messi has that drive too to win. For
and
sure.
they have all the
this
young
one.
players.
They
have
have the
Julian
young
Alvarez again,
stars they brought
Garnacho,
up.
They have.
Oh, you know that they didn't. I forgot to mention when we were talking about the groups, but Argentina didn't call up Dybala.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. They didn't.
Interesting. Well, I mean,
Forgot.
Argentina has a pretty solid defense. I mean, they have Christian Romero, they have Otamendi in the bat.
Otamendi, I think it might be his last tournament too.
Yeah, he's getting
International
old.
tournament. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Argentina.
Oh, and they got Manchester United. What's his name? The guy that plays Lisandro Martinez. He's good too. He's short, but he's good.
He's been injured for a while.
I mean,
he missed
yeah,
like
but
half the season for Man U.
that is true. But I mean, at least they have good depth.
Yeah.
Kind of. I'm trying to think who's their left back. I think is Acuna, who's okay for Sevilla,
Yeah.
and then their right back, Tagliafico for Ajax, who's also okay.
Ajax is.
Enzo Fernandez in midfield.
He's pretty good. They could put Julian Alvarez in the midfield or up top.
No,
True.
Julian Alvarez is just striker.
He can play midfield. He has before for Man City.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
He's
I think I
played
watched
Cam
that
before.
game.
Like Cam
Yeah.
Cam, yeah, he'll play Cam.
behind Holland,
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then they have Messi in the midfield with Enzo.
or on the right wing,
Or
and
on
then
the
Di
right.
Maria on the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, Argentina are good.
They're pretty stacked.
They're just they're
then,
solid
like,
overall.
Oh, and they still have midfield. They still have Rodrigo de Paul.
That's right.
They do have DePaul.
But then Uruguay, they have Suarez and Nunez.
It's
Okay,
so
but
Valverde
I
in
wonder-
the mid,
I wonder
Araujo
if the
in back.
if Bielsa for Uruguay was to play either Darwin Nunez or Suarez,
They should play both.
or yeah, they could play both,
like a 2-4-4 or
U-
something.
Uruguay is definitely. I feel
like a
like
4-4-2.
Yeah.
they're definitely a stronger attacking team for sure, though. I feel like
Who?
Uruguay. They're
Oh.
definitely a stronger attacking team rather than because they definitely have a strong like they have a decent defense, but I feel like Argentina's just solid everywhere. You know, they don't really have. They're not too flawed, you could say.
Yeah.
They don't have like one major area they need to work on. It's all evenly spread out. All the skill.
And Argentina have that experience of winning 2 back-to-back finals.
Yeah.
True.
Who's the goalkeeper for Uruguay?
I actually don't know.
Hmm.
That's a good question. I used to know who it was, but I forgot his name, and he played for Galatasaray, but I don't remember anymore. It might be a new guy. Yeah. So, who are you guys' winner?
Argentina for me. They're just
I
been
think
so solid.
I have Uruguay winning. I think they can beat Argentina again, and this is like a really strong Uruguay side.
Yeah, they are favorites.
I think I have Uruguay winning.
My Argentina-Colombia game,
Colombia.
I don't know. I think Argentina are just a better team. I think the Colombia game is gonna be close. Maybe like an Argentina 2-1 game.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm taking Argentina as my winner.
They're not winning again.
Back
Yes,
to back
are.
to
They have the
back.
drive. They have the chemistry.
Is crazy.
They
have
could
the
pull it off.
drive.
Yeah,
but,
they
like-
definitely could pull it off.
They could, but like Uruguay, this is like they can win this, and they know that, so that's gonna be their drive.
It's gonna-
Argentina are like, yeah, we have 2 already.
If
And
Argentina were to
Messi-
win it, it would be their 16th title, and they would be like the most. They would have the most because Uruguay also like right now. Argentina and Uruguay both have 15 Copa America titles.
So that'd be even. The
so that's
final
like-
would be.
If if
Oh,
Argentina
I
and
didn't know
Uruguay
that.
were both to get to the final, they would each.
You said they both have 15?
Hmm. So they would one of them
So whoever
would
wins
take
has the
16.
most.
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
That'll make it more interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would actually
that's-
make it more interesting.
That means the fouls and the fighting would get more intense too. It's always fun to watch.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like Argentina versus Netherlands.
And Argentina, yeah, they're just the better team, I guess.
Nope, not on my piece of paper.
Nope.
Well,
Well, I don't know. They're just solid.
Darwin Nunez hat trick incoming.
Nah, in the final, I don't
Darwin
think
is
so.
not going to do that.
No, against Argentina, I don't think
Yeah.
so.
I don't know.
I don't see that. I don't see that
I
at
do.
all. All right. No, I think we're done. I think that was the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see what you guys thought, your opinions.
Of course.
Any hot takes before we're done? Because I kept telling Luca.
Uh,
Any crazy hot takes ahead of this tournament?
Brazil coming in third. Brazil coming in third place.
I think Brazil exiting in the
Brazil third place.
quarterfinals.
All
a hot take.
all the solo little pockets of solo talent
Or
are
no,
gonna come
sorry,
carry them.
semifinals.
I think my biggest takeaway would be if Mexico don't beat Venezuela, they will get grouped.
That's fair.
Yeah, I
And if they don't win their first game against Jamaica, then oof, it's gonna get rough.
yeah.
Because I don't see Mexico beating Ecuador,
No,
but
they don't have a chance.
Hot take: USA tops Group C.
You,
That's my hot take.
you and the USA, dog. I swear,
bro, if
they're not being
if
Uruguay.
USA get top of the group, I'll pay you $20, and that's on everything. USA are not
I'll give
topping
you
the
10.
group.
I'll give you 10 on top of that if they get top of the group.
There's no way. I'm gonna be so mad if it's like
There's video
Uruguay and
evidence of
USA
this.
like tied 7-7 points, but USA have like a better goal difference or something. I'm
That
gonna be
counts.
so mad.
There's
Be so
video
mad.
proof of this now.
I mean, it's okay though, cause Uruguay is gonna top Group C. I mean,
Yeah, so
That's
it's not
why.
even gonna
That's
happen.
why
Yeah,
it's
it's not
called a
even
hot
gonna
take. I doubt it'll happen, but
I don't know. I guess we'll see.
All right,
we'll see.
I guess that's the end of episode 3 of AG Media.